Hello everybody, First Month is here. Today with this video, I made lots of tracker knives video, maybe most of, as a one person, most of there's, I don't know, guy who put there maybe over two, maybe over 3 videos about tracker knives. I think I got 7, 8, somewhere like that. I like the tracker knives, doesn't matter. But still there are questions about which tracker shall I buy, or which is the best, or which is better than the other one. That's always a question. I tried to answer this question or these questions about this topic in my tracker comparison videos, and seems to me maybe someone didn't watch the videos or all the videos. There are definitely, just for first start of this, if now this video watching someone who is thinking in this way, please have a look for that T1 and Bark River tracker, even the comparison video, and then have a look for that T3 tracker video, Tops T3 video, and when I did comparison with the anniversary tracker video, and then should be some answer. And I believe I did even the comparison include the T2, the smaller one, not the small, but the second small T2 tracker knife, which is about that shorter. It is not here in this video because it is too small, too short, and basically nobody asked about that, as I remember. Basically you're asking about T1 and T3, and sometimes we forget the Bark River tracker because it is still available, as I seen yesterday, I think. Yes, so they are there, you can buy it, and the question, shall I buy it or not, or which one I would choose, is depend. Now I got some help here, I've got topic. I'll try to summarize. Basically, it is first, what's price point you are looking at, and of course, maybe this is more important. But if you got some concept that you don't have money for it, then well, the concept maybe doesn't work, or maybe you need to wait a long time. And of course, what will be a companion, if there will be a companion. That's very important, because that's the line where you are. I'll start with that. When I bought this Bark River tracker, then I expected in a normal market, and we know the Bark River knives are quite expensive, but today, which is, well, I don't know, to be honest, 18, 19 February, sorry that I didn't check the date, sorry, I don't care, tomorrow starting work, so somewhere there, well, 2019, I've checked today some pages where you can buy custom-made tracker knives, and guys, there wasn't one cheaper under $675 I think, so double price than this one is. So, and also there was this discounted, I think original WSK include companion, some small knife simply, it was discounted from $2,300 to just $1,750. So that's pretty much, and there was another one for 1,200 something maybe, so we are in this range. So if someone, and when I seen, I've been on page of WSK, as I remember, it's long time, 2 years maybe, and there was an option, you can ask for it, they make as a custom tracker for you, and it starts somewhere on $800 just plain edge, I mean no saw, just yeah, there were some options. But if you wanted to buy some like normal tracker, normal, I mean include the saw, because I believe it's good to have it there, you were somewhere on the 1,000 US dollars or maybe over, can't remember now. And steel was 440C, as I remember. Oh, by the way, the type of the of the saw, I mean the teeth, was this kind, like we know from our tool knives or Swiss Army knives, not this one, this kind of that. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe they were more suitable for real cutting, but of course, if there is not the teeth offset, then you will stuck in the wood anyway. Especially if you go through some, maybe some tree, when you slice, then it starts to move a little bit to your side, and it's stuck there, and that will be not so good, as we know. But basically, it looks like it can do the saw movement definitely for a few centimeters, which you can go. Then nothing will how to say, press, nothing will press the knife in the material, especially if there is water. Maybe in the winter it's a little bit better, because water can make more this pressure. And simply you can have it there. The point is of this one, when I think this is expensive, then, well, no, there are bloody hell that much expensive trucker's knives, and basically that's important, they are like this one. Only difference was there, the price, of course, material, 440C stainless steel, basically very, very close, maybe even the same as 154 cm or ATS 35. These steels are very close together. And what was important, hollow grinded, all of them hollow grinded here. And basically they had the same size, I mean same length. That was very important. So this is 16.5 centimeters blade, and as I've seen on all these trackers, they're basically in the same length, 16.5 centimeters. So this one is over 19 centimeters, so that's that much longer about. Or of course, T3 is 2 centimeters short on the blade, I mean 2.5, so 1 inch basically. 1 inch. Should be like that, 1 inch. As I remember that. It's 14 centimeters and 16.5. But it is whole knife. Oh, we got spare down. You see, so no, the real edge is about 2 centimeters. Maybe it's close. And anyway, we can see somewhere it is shorter in the handle also. We got, see, we keep the same position here. So the T3 is a little bit offset, and it takes the tracker into the normal size, normal weight knife, even if this is still 400 grams, still close to 400. This is a little bit over, this is a little bit under 400 grams, but 2 ounces less than 1 pound. So they're being in this one, in this size, and as I remember, it was 5.5 millimeters thick, so somewhere 0.2, 0.21 of an inch, but not 0.25, a quarter of an inch, basically like the T1 tracker is, Tops tracker. So that's very important. So, and as I watched that original tracker, which came from as guys on that some SHOT Show 2009. No, it was 2018, where they presented this anniversary model. They said that they made the tracker knife before the movie Hunted came into the cinemas. So that's very important. So I don't know who came really with the design, if it was the Tom Brown tracker, But somehow I feel that someone says, okay, WSK tracker, or I think there was a Red Scorpion also tracker. They were like more like taken as a more original. But I don't know why, because seems to me as a top set that this is Tom Brown Tracker's design, but Tops made them as a first, and then there came another one. I'm preparing another video, like going through the Tracker's design. So okay, now some practical things. They are made, as I said, 1095 Tops. Exclude it was T1, T2, T4. T3, the original, as we know, is now 154 cm steel, and the anniversary is S35VN steel, Bark River A22 steel, and what I found, there was the WSK tracker came in 440C, as I remember, I'm pretty sure, and there was another knife made of SB1, which was another custom tracker, similar to this one, but costs 675 US dollars, made of SB1 steel. Don't know the steel, don't know what is it, but probably some, I'm expecting some tool steel, but I don't know, okay? And we got the price points, as I said. The most expensive of them is also this one. Then you got this one. I'll put them in the line. Then you got this one, and then you got this one. So this is the price point: 350, I think it was 290, and can't remember now these two. That doesn't matter. Somewhere about 250, 270 US dollars. So that's very important. But I really recommend, don't buy any cheaper stuff made in China, made in Taiwan. I don't care. The point is, I don't mean that any knives coming from that countries are craps. Definitely no. Especially today, there was lots of nice high-end steels knives. But we are talking about these, and they are using some crap steels. And I seen yesterday very nice sheath for the tracker, very nice tracker knife, very nice buoy made of China, or came from China, but from some 3CR blah blah blah, these steels, that's unbelievable. Don't want to use that. So buy some really high quality steel. Okay, carry on. Why tracker anyway? Because there's so many guys say I hate tracker because it has not the straight edge you can slice through. So simply you can do normal slice. Yeah, that's true. And I believe this is the biggest disadvantage. But of course there is something on the other side. So we got advantages. Weight is something, on the scale. Weight. We got short knife, 12 inches, somewhere there, 12 inches overall, 600 grams, so 1 pound and 5 ounces, somewhere there. And it's hefty knife. You've seen many videos where you can chop through really nice trees. I would not say maybe now some saplings, I would say small trees, because the knife can do that. And now we are talking, that's important for you who's thinking T3 or T1. With T1, yeah, why not? It takes a time, but yes, with T3, I don't want to do it. You can do it, you can chew it. You can, of course, baton, that's could change situation, but it is short in the blade, so simply this one could be better for it anyway, but you can do it. And of course the weight is something you need to carry with you. That's the other side. So the weight, as we know, helps when you chop. Because of weight you will have length or and a massive blade, so thick blade. So you can have, you know, you can have long blade but thin, still heavy, or short blade but thick and then heavy. So that's plus and minus. In my eyes, on T1, it is advantage. You can split, you can mash there, you can chop, and you feel it. That's something really you need to know. Some compact size, as I said. Remember please that, where is that? This knife, 600 grams. This knife, 600 grams. See that? It's nearly twice as long. Of course, 600 grams. Grams Force Brax White Light Hatchet. 37 centimeters or 38, so a bit longer, but same weight. But have a look for the, how long the edge is. So this is 7.5 centimeters, as I remember. So that's something different. Then of course I got this 600 grams. You know, we are talking plus minus few grams, doesn't matter. 600 grams. And yeah, that's it from these. So 600 grams. So we got two trackers. For example, here the Kukri, or even this one, the long machete, Tops long machete, is 550 grams. So it's lighter actually. And of course, in chopping task, when you need to chop down a tree with a machete, we do it nice and easy, as you said. When it came into some other things, then you know you're somewhere else. So compact size for the weight. That's very important. It could be for someone deal, as I said. Remember, you got these swing in your hip. Sorry, you can't see that. Basically, and you are there. I believe they are same. So see, the Bark River tracker is nice and easy, longer for 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch. And what does it mean? It can, as I mentioned in forest, if you want to hide it under your jacket or somewhere there, then the tracker, the longer, which has better chopping power because of the length and weight, so it has better chopping power, but still you sacrifice your ability to hide it if you need to, or if you simply don't want to look like, oh look, I got a big knife. This is much better. Of course, with the sheath you can use it as a scout carry. Well, I'm not sure if someone can see it. Maybe not from front side. That's maybe important. Maybe that's enough for you, because when you see someone is going there and you see on the hip he's swinging some big blades. And, oh, who's the guy? T1. If you put it on the jacket, well, maybe even with normal carry, nobody see that. Here, probably not. Probably it will. Otherwise, you don't have a coat, long coat. I mean, a heavy coat. And of course, if you put it in scout carry, then probably nobody see it. And maybe after he passing you by, his oh, he's good there. But you know, you're on somewhere there, so maybe you don't care about that. So that's another option how you can carry this knife. It is not possible to do it with my sheath. I can do that, but the knife is still so long for me. Maybe someone who is like bigger guy, then he can do it. So I could make the sheath able to do a scout carry, but I don't think it is necessary simply. In the other hand, much better for this task is T3, or are these T3, because both of them are T3 basically, as I said. So definitely you can hide it much better on scout carry, definitely, and on the hip also because, as I said, there are some changes, and definitely in overall thickness and heaviness, massiveness, everything simply. So that's maybe some point why you want to buy this one or this one. Another plus, what could be minus, is of course the tooth here. Someone say hawk, I call it hook, I call it tooth, but it doesn't matter. It is there because it came into material like faster, and it is like this hatchet. Simply it bites. There is nothing here, so it makes the material split a little bit more. And simply it helps when you chop or when you split. Even if you use it as a hawk, so when you chop, you got few angles. So you destroy the material from few angles, which helps. Of course, you can use it when you do your kindlings in this way. So the wood will not slide down. That's first, and it is catch it in the tooth, and it will do these things what we like. Of course, maybe you don't need it, because if you do it with the normal edge, you can do it also. You can do it in this way. Well, yes, depends on your preference you got from the knife. In my eyes, what I like it is basically another tip on the knife which came into material. I'm not really much using this the tooth or hawk to grab something, and do this motion. Maybe is for someone is important. Maybe for some hunters, I believe any skinning knife can do that. But if you don't have another one, then well, yes. So that's the hawk. And what is it? What is it minus? Of course, you can't do long slice. You can't do long slice with that. And you stop here. Slice and stop. Simply, it will be probably not that sharp, especially with the steep angle here. It will be not sharp to come through, say in the wood or some, when you try to slice bread with it, then it's not a good idea. Maybe you've seen it on video when I did it with this T3. Simply, you need to keep using this blade for it, which is basically made and meant to be a chopper and splitter, and this one is meant to be slicer. So that's advantage and disadvantage. Depend. The massiveness of the blade on each tracker, the thinnest one is 0.21. Yeah, this is about 0.21 of an inch, 5.2 millimeters. Well, all of them very thick, especially doesn't matter if this is just the 5 millimeters or 5.2. This is just 6.5, so 1 millimeter thick. But there is massive of the steel behind it. So still, even when you do splitting, batoning, there is something what you got there. Compare, for example, with this. See that? You got, and that's many knives got it just basically, there is few millimeters, not even 1 centimeter here of full thickness, and here you got 2 centimeters, maybe 1 inch of the steel here. So this should be strong enough to baton through something compared to the size. Of course, here you got longer blade but thicker blade, so it can stand something. Well, so that's advantages. Disadvantages on the other side, all of them, is weight. Now, as I said, consideration, which one? T1, T3, or say, what is that? Or the longer version, Bark River Tracker, and T3. But you know, this is a little bit further. I mean, they are far from itself or themselves, because, you know, you probably can't accompany this knife with this knife, because you got basically the same thing, same idea, and yeah, this is much more lighter and etc. And you got a saw, that's something like that, and you got rust resistant steel, something else, and I will not do it simply. I will not do it. But if you got these two, and you say, okay, you got just these two options, you don't have another one. I said, oh, okay, I want for longer trips, some kind of machete, kind of chopper. This one. If I want something, you know, I can easy hide, it's light to carry, do around the camp, like this one, this one. Well, okay, weight, as I said. Cutting ability, I said it before. Important on the trackers, in my opinion, is if you got tracker which is like this one, so you got same, basically same, maybe this is a little bit longer here, same the length of the real edge, I would say, maybe until the secondary bevel or until the real edge, doesn't matter. If they are really close, I mean the angle or grind, that's the word, the grind is still the same, all the knife, then in my eyes it is losing the point. If you got this one, when you got convex grind and hollow grind, which is opposite on it, you got strong edge you can use for split and really abuse it, and you got fine edge which you can use it to do some really kind small things, maybe even carving, which okay, but okay, until you can keep your carving here, then that's great, and the knife is really balanced, so that's okay. So you can really carve. If you go to task when you need to use your tip to do some, you know, tippy things there, then probably if you would like to have something shorter like this one, if tracker, or the smaller versions, of course. So that's something what is good. Another thing is I didn't mention is coating. As you can see, T1 has coating now. Is maybe half of it is removed, but if you care about the knife, then you don't have a problem. This is really my most of use knife, and I can't see any sign of rust on it. 1095, care about it, that's it, easy. 822 steel can rust really not that fast. I said as a 1095, but still quite fast. And now you got these two options. You got a 154 cm steel, which is counted of nearly rust resistant steel. So this is, you need to, and even it has coating on it, so that's something else. But you can really keep it in some wet area without, if you just dry it, then you will not have trouble for a long time. And we got even something more, as 35 VN steel now, which should be even better in it, and it holds the edge. Okay, so now we got, so if you want to go, or you're living somewhere in the rainforest or somewhere there where it's really wet and you don't need a really big chopper, you got an X, for example, with you or something like that, then these trackers come into your mind, because you don't need to care about them that much. That's very important. Something else which I forget on the paper is easy to sharpen. 1095, easy to sharpen, but easy to dull. That's reality. Out of these A2, 1095, S35 and 154 cm, the 1095 in my eyes is more easy to dull, but of course it's more easy to make it sharp again. That's very important. Of course, you need a rod. I recommend you to have some rod. Moment, I'll find. What I do have always with me, maybe it could be diamond or whatever. I got another one. I'm making another video for it, but this one. This is kind of stone, and of course this is very good when you need to keep the hook or tooth ready with this. Very easy, very sharp, very light. You can accommodate it, make even like kind of pocket of the sheet if you like it. Because if you got some flat sharpener, you will be stuck there. You will be stuck there, and you will not sharpen your hook. And then if the hook is dull, basically there is no need to have the tracker, because why? No. So the hook needs to be, I'm not saying a paper slice sharp, but sharp enough to if you can scrape wood, something, or even really slice the wood. Otherwise, then forget about that. You can't believe that, but I've seen today a picture of really nice tracker knife, or kind tracker knife, with the edge, and here, when you see the shoulder here, I would say, it was dull. It was like the separation of these two types of edge was really like pronounced. Someone made, I don't know, it looks like, say, 3 millimeters of steel without sharpening. So it was like somebody put a bar here without sharpening, like somewhere here. You see that? Yeah. And then it starts the normal edge. I was absolutely crazy. I said, who was that? As I said, these knives has a problem to do long slices, especially this kind of knife has something in the way of the slice anyway. So that was, even if you do the split and you want to hit it here, oh, unfortunately, I'm sorry, there is full thickness of the steel. So you're on dull tip, on dull point. So you need to do it in this way or here. Can't believe that. And it doesn't look like cheap version. Maybe it was, I don't know, but it doesn't look like cheap version. It looks like a really nice custom knife, something like that. Didn't check the price, but you know, you can see even these things on the internet. Okay, carry on. So the slicing ability, as I said, the hook or tooth is plus and minus, depend what you think. And what is really minus, or all these trackers, doesn't matter, is ability to pierce through. That's why I do have one of the reason I got few knives. If you've seen my videos, then in this kind of ability, simply to help the tracker pierce through. And this is another thing why I did this thing. So I bought the cold steel Bushman. This is now nice ability to pierce through, and it helps. Very cheap stuff. Oh, basically same length as you can see as a T1. Oh, really? It's, oh guys, have you seen that? Can you see that? It's really the same blade now, same length. Really, it looks on a millimeter same. And these are exactly opposite, as I said. Chopper, splitter, saw, thick, heavy, blah blah blah. And this one is slicer, piercer, stabber, and with ability. Okay, you can lash this one also, but this is made for it basically, even with the hole, especially with that. So you know, some kind of knife like this one. So all these trackers has same thing. Even T2 and T4, the really small, the tiny knife, their lack of pierce ability. It doesn't mean that you can't go through. No, I didn't say that, but I believe that you can't compare this tip and this tip. You know, You can pierce even with this if you really want to, but that's stupid in these things. Okay, so we got the pluses and minuses. Okay, we got the prices, and what for you need. We are closing in. What for you need the tracker? Why you are buying tracker? Just because you like it? Okay, if you like it, then basically you can buy any one of them. But if you want to use it, then it's important to know it is your primary knife or it is just a company knife, and where you go and for how long you go. So as I said in one video, if I will choosing between T1 and Back River tracker, if I'm not go that far for a month, then T1 could be an option. But if I need to have some really just one knife, say with this, I need to keep two edges, which is help, as I said, with that, and I want to have with the same weight a bit more of chopping power than the tracker. This one is better. I believe also the A2 tool steel is better in abusing than 1095. Even they are 6.5 millimeter thick, so 1/4 of an inch. So it will be really hard to destroy them. But never say never. We are good. We can do whatever. So that's very important. If you are in the camp, if you are on the base camp where you got in tent or cabin or somewhere there, or in your car even, you got an axe or hatchet or something like that, that you don't need that heavy blades. You don't need these heavy blades. One of these two will really serve you in the task surviving around that if you are lost out of your camp or somewhere there, but oh, where is that? Okay, I'm say 1 mile, 2 miles around it, so I need, even you really lost and I say, okay, I need to survive 1, 2, 3 nights, then these are, this is simply, these are sharpened pry bars also, because 5 millimeters thick, high quality blades, so that's something else. So I would call them these two as a more survival. Even you can survive without the knife or with a really small tiny knife, because you need to know how to use the knife. These things are out of this topic. That's very important. So we are thinking we know how to use the knife. That's where we are. So if you don't, so it doesn't matter which knife you got. And this is not about the knives. You need to know what understand. So these two knives could be an option. Important is these are more expensive than the others. So what for? And this is last thing is it is coming from this what for you need, because what is your companion? Have you got one or you don't have any companion? Now that's very important. So if you got something like this one, multi-tool, then you're probably done, because this is great option. You got, this is just so, you got small blade, so you can do small task, you can skim with that and do lots of things. Or if you got simply some folder, doesn't matter, still very functional, very light. It's good on it. Okay, a little bit step aside. If you got, the question for us and for me also was, if I got a companion for my big knife, we got lots of pocket here, not here, but on the machete, on the others. We got even here. We can put these small knives into that, which is practical, because you got all your knives, or maybe all, but I said all your knives there, one place, just in the pocket or on the hip. But what about if you lose it? So is it good idea to have even the folder in the same knife sheath? if you lose it, or maybe someone, you know, see you and he wants to take you off for someone, you know, whatever reason, or say, oh, he's got a knife, take the knife off, but you got still another knife somewhere there. Or you are in the camp, you just go, you know, want to go into forest for 5 minutes, you got your folder still with you, with the pocket, but you don't have your heavy belt where you got your knife. You don't have a heavy belt with you because you are basically on scene, but from whatever reason now you need a knife, or you know, and you got all knives there in your tent over there, just over there. But problem is that you can't go there from whatever. Oh, bear is attacking there, is looking into my bag, and I'd like to go there, but I can't. I have nothing. Maybe I need to run somewhere, wait overnight, and I don't have anything because everything is there. Well, if I got this one in pocket, I'll feel much more better. That's a step aside a little bit. Okay, that was folder. You can have something like this one, for mini Aurora. As I said, I like build it in, stick it two knives together, and this, you know, is kind of against philosophy. What I said, do I have two knives on one position? Yeah, great. I still have this one anyway, so but don't tell anyone, guys. You know, this could be option. This small knife will change the game, because you can do pretty much everything, and it's important. The company for that must be, especially the small company, must be, you know, in balance with lack of that. So 2 knives. Heavy chopper splitter, bad slicer, bad piercer. Good piercer, nice slicer, nice carver, very light, very versatile, something like that. Very bad chopper, you know. So that's the thing. So these knives need to be on the opposite. Otherwise, well, just tons of steel without real thinking of use. Okay, you can have this one still. It's not that big. It's much more like this. Less than 200. This is 600. So a third of weight. Nice piercer, carver, whatever. And where is that? Or if you are a little bit, you know, said, okay, I want to have something stronger and a bit longer, then I got, for example, this Lion Steel M5, which is, have a look. Maybe they didn't look like that, but they are very close in length. But the Lion Steel has a little bit longer blade and kind of military look. So this is more all around, even as I said, as a military purpose. This is more bushcraft knife. So that's something what could be really important, because sometimes, and that's always came into this topic, sometimes you don't want to look like, you know, if you are in a camp, imagine you go to camp, there is few people you've never seen there, and they never seen you probably, and you got these 2 knives, for example. What people think about you? Yeah, sometimes you don't want to look, okay, this guy got some kind of weird military black, so people are thinking, that's kind of military knife, doesn't it? Black, why is black blade? This normal knife has a silver blade. Why is this one? Hey, it looks like kind of technical. This guy is weird. If you got this one or this one, then you are Bushman. Nobody will probably accuse you that you're this guy could be dangerous. Even maybe you are really dangerous with these, but they, you know, you don't make a signal for them. You know what I mean? Sometimes people are thinking this way, so this could be another option. This knife for someone could look really aggressive. Where is that E3? Maybe this one doesn't. It's smaller, shorter, lighter, and yeah, it is kind of weird, but you know, not that weird. Maybe even this one, even less, because there is not the black coating. You know, it looks like. And maybe I'm too long time in these knives, so I don't care. Okay, that could be another thing. So basically, what I want to say with this knife or this knife, why not? Well, if you think about these, I'm not sure, 240 grams, nearly 400, so that they are going too close. And but yes, they got different purposes, but they are in similar length. And you know, now you are started. You need to think about it. That's important. Okay, that was the light or small side. Okay, so if you got something like this one, then you are always in advantage. Then I would say, if you got this one, or you got if you got the saw and you got T1, or you got T3, or you got this one, or you got even the T2, the smaller one, basically you could be alright. But if, especially with the small one, it is good to have something like this one for simply when you want to slice piece of bread and do these normal things, I said kitchen things, and with any trackers, you know, I'm not saying you can't. I think the T4, the smallest of them, will be better for them because you can use it more. But something like this one really helps. Okay, we go to the other side, where what about if I got this one? What about if I got this one? By the way, this is good option for T3. Okay, for each of them. T3, but maybe even for T1. Probably not for this, because it's too long and you don't need it basically. But for T3, this could be good option. Chopper, splitter. I mean for the size. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, what about if you got this one? Heavy chopper. This is really the chopping power of this machete is better than on the kukri. Yeah, you can chop down small tree faster than with a kukri. Yeah, is that okay? Or if you got this one, or this one, 780 grams, 600 grams. So this is over any trackers I have. And of course, what about if you got this one? Just compare. 1 kilo, 600 grams. 600 grams. 600 grams, as I said, 600 grams. So if your primer knife, or say the heavy wood processing tool is the axe, or kukri, or machete, or you know, something like this. Even the wildlife hatchet, which is as I said, is light as a same weight as a trackers, the biggest one. Then you don't need any of these, probably only if simply you like it. But if you carry this one, if you carry this one, I can't see a reason. And if you go to this one and this one, oh yeah, this could be an option. This is better chopper, much better chopper. And this is good slicer, especially if you change grind, as I said, as I did on these, on the T1. So that's very important. If you got this one and you got this one also, when you go to this one or this one, no, too heavy, too much things. And I am not talking about these the bigger axes. So it's good. Some I give you my votes. This, see that? This could be the option, or this could be the option. Light carver, piercer, I would say stabber piercer, that's better. Heavy chopper and splitter, and something will make a path if you need, and something what can fall down small tree, or it can be used even as a weapon if you need. That's something. Or for example this one, or I say T3, doesn't matter. I grab this one because it is now better to grab it with good more knives. And of course you got again something like this one, even the folder, you know, this could be an option. If you got an axe, you can have this one. Okay, you can have this one, and also the smaller. I will rotate them also. Or what I said, this one, only this one. I recommend always have this one with you. So this could be an option. This is my kind of philosophy, how I'm using these knife. How I combine what I need and what is with me. I'm counting that I already have these knives. So if I need to buy one, then as I said, very, very fast summary now. It's too long video again. If I want to buy just one tracker, don't know which one, I will try to save money for the top one, for the highest price, and maybe I will save if I realize what I really need. As I said, so if I need something for real survival, where I really need to stand something, then if tracker, then go for this one, because it's more is the one, maybe the cheapest out of these, as I said. And basically, if not, it can do lots of things. It stands really abusing. If I want to go somewhere then, and I know I will be there for months, then maybe this one. But if I'm somewhere nearly around, I'm camping, and I just want to enjoy these knives, the T3 is an option. And of course, some accompany to them. That's it. I hope finally I gave some another perspective which wasn't in my videos before. And now Topsys will start make knives of S35 VN more commonly. As you can see on SHOT Show 2019, there were some kitchen knife or chef's knives made of S35 VN still, as the Tops anniversary tracker is. And by the way, I didn't mention the sharpening of 154 cm and S35 VN steel is really different story. You don't want to resharp, to dull it and do resharp out of nature on this tracker. You don't want to do it. That's a horrible thing. This is much more easy. I would say it a little bit, maybe a bit tougher for sharpening, a bit tougher than the 1095, but it's very good steel, S35 and very good steel for sharpening even outside. And that could be another important thing. So as I said, they will start more knives out of 35 VN steel. I'll be really happy if they will make T1 made of S35 VN steel. No some fancy sheath, no some special handles, just regular knife like this one, T1, just made of S35 VN steel. And maybe because this knife is a bit heavier than this one, and these are same thickness, everything, maybe the S35 VN steel is a bit heavier. And that's why the whole weight of the knife is going up. That's why they put in my eyes, because they if they say, okay, we need to keep the same design, so, and we need to keep the point of balance basically where it is, which is somewhere there, yeah, So we need to add some more handles. So I believe that they didn't want to put these handles like this one. They will normally keep these if the weight of the balance of the knife will be on the same knife, So I believe they made these handles not because they want to look it better and something, but they simply want to put some weight on the other side. And of course they did this contouring, but I believe this is the whole idea, because otherwise the knife will be like this one if they will keep the same thickness of the scales here. So I believe that was just practical thing. So S35EN steel in my eyes is a little bit heavier, so it means tougher, or pressure inside of steel, everything is more close. And if that knife will be made of S35EN steel, maybe it don't need to be 6.5 millimeter thick, 1/4 inch, but just 6. I say just, but just 6. It will be maybe a little bit. If that will be 1/4 inch, it will be heavier than now T1 is. And if that will be 6 millimeter, it will be a little bit lighter than T1 is. But we say now it's 600 grams. Okay, it will be say 580. Something. I don't mean really big difference. But what is important, that steel will kick the knife out. I mean, on the top. Why? Because it will be more tougher, more rust-resistant steel. There will be the teeth on that, easy to sharpen outside and everything. So I believe it will beat even this knife, and I believe it will be cheaper than this knife. I really believe it, because there's a huge gap in price between these two knives. And even if that will be in this price, I believe this takes some price, kicks price out, the handles and everything, So the plates of steels are not really that expensive. I've watched it, I've checked it, I did some my research about this price of the steels plates, and really they are not that expensive. I mean, yeah, they are, but not that much. So if you say S30V, S35EN steel, also there will maybe $20 different in steel. So if this one cost, I don't know, say $250, then S35EN steel maybe, because just the steel, could be $280, somewhere like that. So it will be closing to this knife. If this one will be for $300, still $50 less than this one, but made of super steel, So I believe it will be there. And if they will make it, I'll buy another one, T1. And I will do, if that will be not this grinding, I will do it again for myself. And that guys will be, for me, beater of all these trackers now on the market. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. See you later. Bye.